So Lamaisa, we're going to be on Gimel Amid Beis, Sugi of Carbon. As I've been doing with most of my Chabruras lately, this is going to be to try to answer up mine and Rabbi Altman's kashas from the Sugya. Today we're going to try to figure out what's Pshat in the Rashi. So Lamaisa, we had the Gemara bringing Rav Chiya. Chiya wanted to bring a Kal V'Chemer, tell you that Eidim would be able to Mechayev a Shmua because they're stronger than Piv. And we asked the Pircha on that Kal V'Chemer. Ma'ala Piv Shein Mechayev Carbon. Piv could be Mechayev Carbon. Term of Eidim Shein Mechayev Carbon. But Eidim cannot be Mechayev Carbon. What are we talking about? What's the matzah? So we have a Mishnah in Krisis that speaks out. You have two people telling a person that he ate chaylev b'shogeg, he did naver b'shogeg of mechayev machatos, and he says lo achalti. Right? Rabbeinu Chananel brings that here already before our Gemara even brings the Mishnah. Already where Rabbeinu Chananel is in the Gemara Toimar be'edim. What's it mean? Shemeidin alav shechata ein mechayev noisei carbon. They can't be mechayev a carbon. Okay, Taisus says like that. Also, Taisus says weiter, it has to be a matzav where Piv is machish the Eidim. That way we can see an alimus of Piv over Eidim. He brings, not only could it be the case of they're telling him he did naver b'shogeg and he's saying lo achalti. It could be he's saying I did eat and they're saying you didn't eat. Okay, fine. That's the matzav we're talking about here. So Lamaisa Rashi says Piv mechayev korban tichsiv v'izvada sherchata vehevi. Brings exeris hakasiv v'izvada sherchata. Next Rashi Eidim ein mechayev noisei korban imachish noisei. Disiv oy hoida ilav lo shidu acherim. Another exeris hakasiv. Oy hoida ilav. So we have two exeris hakasivs from Rashi. Okay, fine. Says the Gemara weiter. Hello kasha. Don't worry, it's not a kasha. It's not going to break up Rav Chiya's Kal V'Chemer. Rav Chiya Rav Meir Svirle. Rav Chiya holds like Rav Meir. The Amar Eidim mechayev noisei korban Kal V'Chemer. Rav Meir's fragging on a pasuk, fragging on exeris hakasiv from Kal V'Chemer. No, the Rishonim all say we're saying that Rav Meir doesn't hold of the exeris hakasiv, and he's going to say that Eidim are going to be mechayev carbon from a Kal V'Chemer. Hitnan Amrlo Shnayim Achalta Chelev Hu Amrlo Achalti Rav Meir mechayev Cham Paitrim. Amr Rav Meir Yim Haviul Shnayim L'Dei Misach Amrua Lo Yivil L'Dei Carbon Kal V'Chemer. Avad, if they can kill you, they can make you bring a carbon. Amrulo, the Rabbanan answer, the Rabbanan the Bar Plugta of Rav Meir answer, Ma'im Yirtzaleim or Mezid Ha'isi, if out there. He could say Mezid Ha'isi and it would have been Pater, so let him be Pater here too. It says Rashi, what does that mean? Hu Amrulo Achalti, Pater. Shayachol Loimer Mezid Ha'isi, be a Pater and a carbon. Av Kesha Amrulo Achalti, Pater de Ma Loi L'Shaker. Ma Loi L'Shaker, Loshin Migu. Couple of questions hit you already before we're going to speak out. Taisus' kasha. We have a couple questions already. Lamaisa, it was mashma that Gezeres HaKosiv was the shita of the Bar Plukta of Rav Meir. So now we're saying Migu. So what's going on here? And Lamaisa, if it is Gezeres HaKosiv, why do I need a Migu? And if it's a Migu, so where did this Gezeres HaKosiv come from? What's going on here? Right? The Bar Plukta of Rav Meir holds exeris hakasiv, so what's migu? If it is exeris hakasiv, why do I need migu? Okay, so, and let's say, look at the other way. Okay, let's say Rabbanan hold of migu. So, where did this exeris hakasiv come from? Maisa, it's not such a big question on Rabbeinu Chananel, because the ikar exeris hakasiv that we see we have trouble with is oy hoida ilav, right? Where Rashi says Eidim ein mechayev noisei korban because of oy hoida ilav, and that's where the Rabbanan answer of Meir, how come Eidim are not mechayev noisei korban because of migu. That's the ikar Kal V'Chemer, the ikar exeris hakasiv that we're going to be asking on. Because Rabbeinu Chananel, he does bring the first exeris hakasiv. He brings Visvada. He says Parchina Mala Piv Shein mechayev korban Shneimar V'Haya Ki Ye'esha Ma'achas Me'ela Visvada Sherchata Aleh V'Hedias Ashmo Hashem. Fine, brings that exeris hakasiv. But then when he says Tamer be'edim, shemeidin alav shechata, ein mechayev noisei carbon, lama, shem yirtza amar mezid ha'isi, ve'ein carbon lemezid, b'im yoyde lohem ki shogeg ha'isi, b'hoyd also mischayev lo ba'adas edim. So Rabbeinu Chananel already brings that when we say Tamer be'edim, edim are not mechayev noisei carbon, doesn't bring exeris hakasiv. He brings amigu. That's what we say over here. Rashi says shitas rabbanan. And Lamaisa, he goes weiter, and at the end again when he says, "My mir to learn amazed that you see," he's learning like migu, so it's not so schwer. I mean, that was what the Rabbanan say. Lamaisa, weiter, just to say more on the kasha of where's this Gzeres HaKasav coming from, that if you look in the Gemara in Krisis, the Gemara brings down, we have this Mishnah that Rabbanan answer my mir to learn amazed that you see. Frags the Gemara Yiboilahu, my time in the Rabbanan. What's the reasoning of the Rabbanan? Mishum da Adam Neman al Atzma Yisr Mimei Ish. Answer A. O Dilma Mishum da Amrinan Migu di Boy Amr Mezid Ayisi Pater Ki Amr Nami Lo Achalti Mehemen U Pater. Neither one of those was Gzeres HaKasav at this point. They just seem like independent svaras. Neither of them seem like Gzeres HaKasav yet. Okay. So Lamaisa, to start off, before we get into the second question, give an answer on these questions, which will still need Yes or Ian, and then we're going to ask another question and answer them both with some crazy cool stuff. So first, just an answer on the kasha of what's this Gzeres HaKasav plus Migu, what's going on. Frektim the Mari Abuav, the Baal had pretty blue shol and Svat. He said like this, Tamer the Adam, I'm sure he's Baal many other things besides a pretty blue shol and Svat, but that's how I remembered him. Tamer the Adam, she'ein mechayev neisei Carbon. Perish Rashi Zal, Dechsiv, Ayhoida Ilav Elisha Yidu. Brings Gzeres HaKasav. Yeshal Hakshais, Al Rashi. Lama Hutzrik Lehevi Tam. Why do you have to bring this Gzeres HaKasav? Shikfar Rabbanan Perishu Tam Lam. Barmusha Tam Hu Misha Migu. Rabbanan already told you they're learning from Migu. So what's this Gzeres HaKasav? Yesh Lamer Sharashi Nischakeim. Rashi got wise. Shara B'Gemara Doichak Shahaya Loy Lamer. What should have the Gemara said? Malapiv Shechein Mechayvo Korban Titania. It should read Ditnan because it's a Mishnah. Malapiv Shechein Mechayvo Korban Ditnan, and it should go bring the reasons of the Mishnah if it was coming to bring from the reasons of the Mishnah. We Mashaloy Amar Kain Nira Shatam Habraisa should say Mishnah Hu Acher Zula Satam Sheshases V'Gemara. Right? Rashi is telling us that the reasoning of our Gemara, the Ikar reasoning, is Gzeres HaKasav and not the reasoning of the Mishnah. Lezeh Kadam Rashi Zal Ba'amar Shatama Gemara Hu Mea Pasuk Shezeh Hatam Yovu Alibra Kulei Alma. Everybody holds of Gzeres HaKasav. V'amataretz Hodiolo to Meir Pali. And the Gemara answers, oh no, we have Gzeres HaKasav that we see Carbon, we see Piv can Mechayev Carbon, Adam can't. Oh no, Rav Meir doesn't hold of that Gzeres HaKasav. Upper Lamaisa. So what's with the Rabbanan? What's with Shitas Rabbanan? So Rashi told us that the Shita of the Rabbanan is not really what the Gemara is trying to focus on here. They're brought because it was the end of the Mishnah over there. Upper Lamaisa. So what do the Rabbanan hold though? Klape the Gzeres HaKasav. Do they hold at some underlying premise? It's mashma that everybody agrees, as the Kulei Alma holds of the Vort from the Gzeres HaKasav, or just tell you that Rav Meir is Palig, mashma the Rabbanan don't. So how does the Gzeres HaKasav work lefi the Rabbanan? The Rabbanan are telling you Migu, Rabbanan Krisis tell you Migu, or Naman Yeser Me'ish. So how exactly, what's this underlying premise that there is a Gzeres HaKasav? So that will need a bissel more Ian. Lamaisa. Let's ask another kasha, and then we'll answer them both. The other kasha is the kasha of Taisus. In Malapiv Shkein Mechayvo Carbon Tamer Beid. So Lamaisa, Taisus brings both Lashonos from Krisis, and Taisus holds Agav. Some people say that the Machlokes Rashi and Taisus is trying to tell you, oh, it's not a Migu, it's got to be that it's Metartzin and Dibura. But a lot of Rishonim, not to mention the Gemara there increases, is Messiah. The Gemara is Messiah, but Migu means Metartzin and Dibura. So I don't think that's the Iker Kasha on Rashi, but we'll talk about that later. The Iker Kasha that was nearer to myself and my Chavrusa is that Taisus says that our Gemara has to be going according to the Lashon that says Adam Neman al Atzma Yeser Mimeish. Why? Because then you can see an alimus to Piv. Right? You have Adam saying that he ate it b'shegig, he's chayav achatas, and he can look them straight in the face and say, no, I didn't, shalom al Yisrael, and walk out of Beis Din. That's the end. That shows an alimus. What if it was the lashon of Migu? What if it was Metartzin and Dibura? Then the way he said it was, Lahachish ha'edam eino neman. Okay, they can play the Migu card, they can play the Metartzin and Dibura card, but to stand up straight to the Adam they can't, and Tosfos wants that to fit into our Gemara good, to say Mala Piv Shchein B'Chayav Korban, where Edom cannot, we want to be able to have Piv look Edom straight in the face and block it. So Lamaisa, that can't be done here. And Tosfos' question then on Rashi would be, Rashi decided to go with Migu. Rashi said, Malo L'Shakar, he's going with Migu. If Rashi's going with Migu, so then what alimus is there from Piv over Edom? So it's a bit shver. Lamaisa, to answer up both of those kashas of how does Exeris HaKasav and a Migu play into this Gemara, plus the kasha of how could you choose to go with the second Lashon, are both really answered in a Ran. The second part of the Rashba is like the Ran. But we'll start with the first part, which is only the Ran from Maisa. So the Ran in Hanami brings a lashon in which Edom cannot stand up directly to Piv. Piv cannot stand up directly to Edom, and he says, "Afal pikein afilu hachi parach shafir mala Piv shchein mechayav korban." Why? Below siyua shel Edom klal. There's still an alimus to Piv. Even though Piv cannot stand up directly against Edom, there's still an alimus to Piv. What's the alimus? Shchein mechayav korban below siyuan shel Edom klal. Lobo dasan v'loibish shikasan. That it has the independent ability to be mechayav a korban. What about Edom? Mashein came to Edom. Shein mechayav noisay korban el b'siyua shel Piv. B'hoida inami b'shtika kashtikas koda. But there's still an alimus, even if Piv cannot stand up directly to Edom. Piv can still be mechayev a person of korban alein, where Edom cannot. And what's the and this is the Maisa even going in that second lashon, right? Haraya, he says, Abal Tosfos kasvu the Piv mechayev korban afilu b'sha Edom achishan aisoshu neman al atzma yoser me'ish brings Tosfos kenegdo. He was holding even in the other lashon. At Lamaisa, even if you'll say it's only Mikayach the Migu, and you can't stand up to Edom directly, Afal Pikein, it still has an alimus. So that answers up how you could learn in the first and the second lashon. And then he goes weiter. Ma'im Yirtzalem Mezid, how you see, Klape this, the Rashba says the same thing. Brings the Gemara in Krisis, right? Two reasons of Rabbanan, because of Migu and because of Ne'amonas Yosef Me'ish. And he says, so what's the Migu? Had Amrin Hasim and Tartin Dibura. V'royan say Kilo Amar Lo Achal Tishegeg Al Amezid. The Migu is Tartin Dibura. And then he says, V'afal Pi Shebeshar Dinin Ein Oimrim Migu Kazeh B'Makayim Edom. You wouldn't say such a Migu like this B'Makayim Edom. Shani Hocha, it's different here. Dichsiv Oy Hoida Elov Chataso V'Lo Shodiu Acherim. If the Ran ended there, we would live in a very nice world. He would have just told us that what's the koyach behind the Migu? The Migu wouldn't normally work. The koyach behind the Migu is Shani Hakadaksiv. The Xeris HaKosiv gives it the Ne'amonas. So if that was true, so what would Rashi be saying? Rashi told you that there's Xeris HaKosiv, and then Rashi quotes the Rabbanan, they're using a Migu. Well, even when the Rabbanan use a Migu, they're going with the Xeris HaKosiv in mind. They're only able to bring that Migu because there's Xeris HaKosiv. Senachanami, it's an underlying shita to the Rabbanan. Rashi tells you, there's Xeris HaKosiv here. When the Rabbanan say Malo L'Shakar, they mean Xeris HaKosiv because the whole koyach of the Migu is in Xeris HaKosiv. Very nice world. Ran doesn't end there. The Ran brings an Im Taimar. Im Taimar. Im Kain, Migu Lamali. So then why do I need a Migu? I have Xeris HaKosiv. Xeris HaKosivs need Migu to back them up. Name. Yesh Laimar. The Kulei Hai Lo Amrinan Migu She'nemon Kishein Kulei Hai Lo Amrinan She'nemon Kishein Sham Tzas Migu. Why? Because we say the Hoida Elov. And he says the Hoida Elov Karina Bey Da Edim Islay Mismach. This is a vort from the Ramban, that when you have Edim telling you that you did an Aveira B'Shogeg, then you should l'chayra believe them, that after they know what they're talking about. Right? After that would be already Hoidei love. So in came, what are we left with? We're now left with the Migu backing up the Xeris HaKosiv. So how would it work in Rashi? You could still work it, but it needs a lot of Ian. You'd say Rashi told you that there's a Xeris HaKosiv. The Rabbanan hold of the Xeris HaKosiv, but the Rabbanan hold that the Xeris HaKosiv Alein couldn't do it, so they brought a Malo l'shaker. And it's not just that they're answering Rav Meir Malo l'shaker. This sounds like they themselves also needed to come on to Migu, which we're going to deal with a little bit. So Lamaisa, like we said, this is a Ramban. This Ramban is going to trigger a domino effect, which will end in a Avi Ezri. Let's see here. So Lamaisa, the Ramban said, what's the reason why someone's piv has ne'amonis to be mechayev in Korban? And he says as a hilcha hu ne'aman al atzmo yoser me'aish she'asik bedavar she'asik bedavar ein lo im adam. Right? This is his own personal thing, and klape that he's ne'aman yoser me'aish. Rebbe Lamaisa said that the Ramban is going to mix both Lashonos of the Rabbanan together, of Yisr Me'aish and Migu. We'll see if we come out like that. And he says, V'yafa perish kan Rashi zal. It's good that Rashi said, Mishum Dechsiv Oy Hoyder Lov Chataso V'lo Sheyidu Acherim. It's good, after telling you just now, that, a person is Naaman in himself, Yisr Me'edim. Now it's good that Rashi said that there's Exeris HaKasav. We see a person is Naaman Yisr Me'edim. It's good that he brought Exeris HaKasav. Now, Lamaisa, I was very, very frightened to say that a word of Naamanus Yisr Me'ish is Exeris HaKasav. And he didn't say that yet. He did not say that here. But keep that in mind. And it's after that the vort, when we say a person is Naaman Yisr Me'ish, Lamaisa, that is Mikoyach Exeris HaKasav. After. Let's throw that out there right now. We'll get back to it. So Lamaisa, then he says, but even if you're going to tell me that you're Naaman Yisr Me'ish, and Toiv that Rashi said there's Exeris HaKasav, you have a explicit Naamanus from Exeris HaKasav, so how come you need Migu, he asks. Same thing the Randan at the end. Efshad Heket Machtishin, the Farish, Oy Hoydei Lov Chataso Karinin Bey. When the Eidim are Machishim Beferish, that is O Hoydei Lov. Sheishal Lismoich Al Shnaim Yoser Me'atzmo Shemato. Now, Lamaisa, so okay, this again, it leaves Rashi a little interesting. He brought Exeris HaKasav, but then, and maybe the Exeris HaKasav in Echanami was the other Lashon of the Rabbanan over there, that you're Naaman Yisr Me'ish, and then tells you that that's not enough because you need a Migu as well, because it could have been Oy Hoydei Lov. So Lamaisa, to explain that, we'll use a Baki Shalom Durad Fehu. Right? So Lamaisa, that is a sefer, you can pass it around. There's a Baki Shalom Durad Fehu. So Lamaisa, he is a man by the last name of Miller. That's about all I know. Okay. Huh? And he learned Bab Mציעא and he learned Amud. Lamaisa, so to explain what the Ran is saying here at the end, what the Ramban is saying, the Bakei Shalom Rad Fehu gave us insights into Krisus to be able to figure that out. It's really Lamaisa, if you really go through the Sugi and Krisus well, he didn't say that many crazy Chidushim. He just said it together well and then put it back into our Gemara, was the ikar of what he wanted to do. So he brought the Gemara in Krisus that there's two reasons why the Rabbanan argued with Rav Meir. Ella, A, because there's a Migu, or B, because of, or actually A, because you're Naaman Yisr Me'ish, or B, because there's a Migu. So Lamaisa, at the end of the Shakal of Atari there in Krisus, it says, Amr of Ami la'olam tamid Rabbanan mishum damrin Migu. Taka, the ikar reason of the Rabbanan is a Migu. And then it goes on to say, to Mataritz Dibura. That means that we're Mataritz in Dibura. Then it brings Exeris HaKasav. And then it says, Rabbi Yehuda Omer Naaman Adam al Atzmo Yisr Mimea Ish. Rabbi Yehuda Shita. Umoidim Chachamim l'Rabbi Yehuda Bechelev Bebias Mikdash Aval Betuma Lo Modu. So, in the end, the Rabbanan are not always moide to the svara of that you're Naaman Yisr Me'ish. And they always hold of this time of Damrinan Migu. So ask the Bakei Shalom Rad Fehu what's going on here. We have the Rabbanan bringing two shitas, then they say another Ikashita is Migu, and they hold of Naaman Yisr Me'ish in certain situations. When? So says the Bakei Shalom Rad Fehu, the times when you're able to hold of Rabbi Yehuda is when there is the ability to be Mataritz Dibura. Okay, only when there's a Migu. Why? You'll say, wait a second, there's ne'amanas. You're ne'aman yeser me'ish. Maybe that's even the gzeres hakasiv. That's even the gzeres hakasiv. You're ne'aman yeser me'ish. Hoida love, he wasn't moida. So why do the Rabbanan only moida to being ne'aman yeser me'ish when there's a gzeres hakasiv? So Lamaisa, the answer is Shitas Rashi, and Lamaisa works good with the Ramban. Meaning what? What did the Ramban tell you? The Ramban told you that there are times when your Gzeres HaKosiv can be blocked. When's that? When you're directly machished by Edom. What's going to happen? That will be a Hidalav. That's going to get you. So when the Rabbanan say that they hold of that you're Neman Yisr Me'ish, that's talking about the Gzeres HaKosiv Hidalav, and they're only able to use the Gzeres HaKosiv Hidalav when you have a Migu. Because if you don't have a Migu, Hidalav directly against Edom will leave you with the Edom telling you, oh no, we're right, and that should be Ohidallah. Only when there's a Migu can you get out of it. So Lamaisa, that's the way he said it over in Shitas Chachamim. Instead of Shitas Chachamim, they neman adam ella heicha de ika Migu de Messiah. Why? Because the hainu heicha de yachal afarish diburo tamayu the mashi yachal hachish ha'edim hu machmas dina de Ohidallah chataso. Lo shidu achirim, the beginning nidiyaso, and that's also the ne'amanas of Yisr Mimeish, Aber Lamaisa. At the end of the day, you still need a migu, he says. We call Makayim ba'inan migu b'hainish yuklu l'farish devara ba'ifan shlo yistor divrei ha'edim di ilav hachi el sha'edim achishin oisei l'gamri chashav haidai elav d'yeshel lismoich al ha'edim v'lachshay shematah. That's how haidai elav. So Lamaisa, now we have Rashi by us. Now we understand a little better. So Rashi brought this word of Edom ein mechayev noisei Carbon from oy hoidai love, which really is a lashon of that you are ne'aman yoser mimeish. Aber he knew shitas rabbanan from Krisis that yoser mimeish is not always enough. Yoser mimeish is only enough when it's coupled with a migu. That was the Bakei Shalom V'Rafeu. So Lamaisa Bakei Shalom V'Rafeu also says you can answer up Shitas, the Kasha of Taisus, very easily with this as well. That we had a Kasha of Taisus that Lamaisa, it has to be that our Gemara is going in the first Lashon and not in the second Lashon. But Lefi, the way that the Bakei Shalom V'Rafeu learned up the Ramban, which is how we just explained, there's no Kasha. Why? Because the Shitas Chachamim, Av Heicha de Mechayven Ha'edim Korban, Ukagon Heicha de Machishin, Ein Zeh Machmas Kochan, El Machmas Ika Hoidai Elav. Whenever you're in a matzav where you're being machish by Edom, so you have to say, oh, Hoida love Korean and Bey. So Lamaisa, it's never that the Edom, based on their own koyach, would ever be beating Piv. Ella, so he says here, must be that Taisus doesn't agree to that, and Taisus says, oh, Karcha, Tzarech Lemer Taisus, Taisus Arosh, Kuligi, Al Ramban, fine. But Lamaisa will also speak out in Avi Ezri here, which gives a different answer, which is also very gishmak. The Avi Ezri says, brings the kasha, Lama tzarech l'zeh tam, why do I have to bring the tam of Gzeres HaKosiv, mechev mishum afarish, mishum migu hu ne'eman? The Rabbanan already told us there's a migu. The nira shagam Rashi mafarish tam mishum demataritz dibura. Rashi also brought viter migu. What's this Gzeres HaKosiv doing here? Ella, so he gives a nice little chap here. Ella shalataritz dvarov tzarech shnei tanoim. There's always two tanoim to be able to do a metartzin and dibura. That's what he wants to taina. Ha'echad masha machriach lon lataritz hadvarim, v'asheni shiyu nemon lataritz dvarim. So what's ha'echad? What's forcing us to be mataritz his dvarim? The fact that he has a migu. What happens when he has a migu? We say you did this. He says, no, I didn't. Believe me because I do this, right? And then you have ke'ilu, the way he puts it. It's ke'ilu like hadin hu kamoy edem machishim zeh shetzrichim lataritz divrayim. Shlo yehei stir beidusam. What's the taina? When they taina something against him, he has a taina that can block with a migu, and it's a stalemate. That blibes like edem machishim, and then whenever there's edem machishim, that's when you need to be mataritz dibura. So here also you'll be mataritz dibura. So that's what's machriach lon mataritz divarim. V'asheni shu ne'aman lataritz divarim. So what's the ne'amanis lataritz divarim? Aval gam lataritz divarim tzarech she'elei ne'amanis alzeh kasav Rashi tiksiv ohodei love lo shidu acherim. V'hainu shene'aman al atzmo le'inyan zeh im einat chasha mefureshes negdo. But im ef shelataritz devarav ein oimrim she patur hu mi Carbon me haikra o hoida lo shidu acherim me acher sha'edim ne'amanim shapir. So yesh kan oy hoida v'rak le'inyan lefarish devarav yesh lo ne'amanis al atzmo dichsiv oy hoida. That gives him the ne'amanis. and the reason that we were forced to bring him a tartzin and dibura was because of the migu, then fine, that's how he gives that whole mahalach of why you need them both. But the Maisi said something. This is the vayt chiddush that he said at the end that I didn't want to say. So he says the ferish that over here al karchach kamosh bi'arnu shetzrichim shnei tamim mishum migu v'gam mishum da'adam neman al asmo da'yidei sheyesh lo migu mitartzinen devarav v'neman hu lataritz devarav mishum da'adam neman al asmo v'zehu mikra da'ohaydu alav. That the whole vort of that an Adam is Naman al Asma, that an Adam is Naman Yesem Eish, that is the Gzeres HaKasav. That was a code word for the Gzeres HaKasav the whole time. If that's a code word for the Gzeres HaKasav the whole time, you can answer up very easily. Okay, so he brought the two Shitas of the Rabbanan, right? He brought the Yesem Eish and he brought the Migu, and we saw from the Bakashal and Raveyu, you need them both to really be able to work, and also from the Abi Ezra, you need them both to be able to work. Vaita you can mataritz in Taisus. This is something I wanted to say in Taisus a while. I said it to Moshe, I said it to Rav Yonah.
Why didn't you want to say the other part? Which part didn't you want to say?
I didn't want to say such a vayt chiddush that when we say oy hoida ilav, and when we say that a person is neman yosem ish, that means the same thing. That yosem ish is the gzeres HaKasav.
That's everything. That's the board, no?
No. You could learn it like that, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. I didn't have anybody tell me beferish that that is the Gzeres HaKasav. And when I asked Rebbe about it in the Ramban, he said I was learning it wrong. So when I said, well, Rebbe said I had showed Rebbe that it says over here that a person is neman yosem ish, and then based on that it says the yafa perish Rashi, that there's a Gzeres HaKasav, and Rebbe said the two things were completely not connected statements. They had nothing to do with one another, and that's not the way that Abi Ezra learned. But Lamaisa, fine. So in the end, we also have Tosfos. Tosfos said, "Ma'im yirtzalemer meisad ayisi," right? L'lishna da adam neman al atzma yoser mekov edim. So hayim yirtzalemer. So what are they saying? They could have just answered, "A person is neman yoser meish." They answered the mayor. Even with you don't hold that you're neman yoser meish. So also you're going to have to agree to migu. But the way that we see now, pretty much what it means is that they could have answered him, Rebbe, it's Gzeres HaKasav, but they knew he wasn't going to hold it Gzeres HaKasav, so they told him the other svar. But you could say like that. Listen to Adam Nam al Atzma Yesem Mekof Eidim Lefer Lefi. This is the Gzeres HaKasav. They're telling him, we want to answer you, Afal Pi, that you don't hold the Gzeres HaKasav. And Lamaisa, that's the way I just told you that you could learn in the Ramban as well. So that's a bissel weiter finish. But yeah, I think that sounded good. Okay. Say then.